This is Mariah with the Revolting Man channel. I am his wife, and today, well, Women's Wednesday. I'm going to talk about women's stuff, but everyone is more than welcome to be here. I appreciate everyone who watches and comments. I just want to reach out to those few women viewers of the Revolting Man. So I owe Alexis T a video. She asked me to do a video on submission to go into detail. I mention it a lot in my videos about marriage, and I've never actually explained it thoroughly. So I owe her a video, and I'm not going to do that video today, though. I was thinking about it, and I was going through some of the comments of my older videos and sort of getting a sense of, I don't know, getting some ideas and a sense of where people were at, I guess. And I was jotting down some notes, and let me just tell you, the word submission has a lot of misconceptions, and these are just a few that I took some notes on, and this is just based on some negative sort of comments that I got throughout my history here. So one thing about submission that people say is that it devalues women. It makes them second-class citizens, a slave, that they're weak, they're being abused, and they're brainwashed, and they're subservient. So keep that in mind while I go on to sort of something else. My husband has given me a wonderful, wonderful gift. And no, it's not the pistol that he just bought for me, even though that is totally cool too. I'm really looking forward to him trading me on it. But no, my husband has given me this wonderful, I can't even describe it. He has given me the gift of being able to stay at home with my children. I don't know if I tell him enough how much I am grateful for this gift. But today was one of those days that I it really hit home with me how special that is, and how blessed I am. See, I wasn't always so blessed. I had 3 children prior to our getting married. We're coming up on our 7th wedding anniversary this month, and so 7 years ago, when my kids were sick, I had to call into work, or I had to call a babysitter, like their grandmothers, and see if one of their grandmothers wouldn't mind taking in a sick child. Or sometimes, if they weren't too sick, I could bring them to work with me. But this always caused a pretty big problem. I mean, it wasn't, it was an issue that I always had to deal with, being a single mother. This doesn't happen anymore. We just had a stomach virus go through our family, and the last 2 to get it are 2 of the school children, my older ones that go to school, and they had to stay home from school today. That's a gift. That's a gift that he gives us, that they don't have to worry about going to a babysitter, or I don't have to worry about calling into work, that they can be home with mom, who is, you know, who you want to be with when you're sick. And you want to be at home, you want to be comfortable, you want help, you want somebody to be able to lovingly nurture you. And so that is a blessing, that I am able to be here while they're sick, and they can recover at home. And it's not really something that I've thought about before. And this is kind of the first time where I'm like, wow, you know, that's really a special gift. That is something that's so, what's the word? The priceless. Yeah, the commercial. That is priceless. And, you know, I appreciate that so much. And I've just been out here, I've been letting them kind of watch TV inside, and we've been outside, the younger children, we've been outside all day enjoying this beautiful day. I mean, it is just glorious out here. May in Georgia, it's before the real heat hits, and everything is blooming, everything is growing, everything is green. It is just cute. It's just beautiful. There's like some kind of these wild roses that grow, and they're in bloom right now, and you can smell the scent wafting through the air. It's just incredible. It just makes you so just enthralled to be alive. And I was just sitting out here earlier. We were doing some schoolwork, the boys and I, and it just was sinking. It was sinking down deep how grateful I am that I can be at home with these kids, enjoying these moments. I get to be the one that sees firsthand their stages that they go through. You know, I've got the little baby who's about to be 1. She'll be 1 tomorrow. And, you know, I get to see the babies when they crawl first and then they walk first and all this stuff. And then when the revolting man comes home and I try to share with him the, you know, cute stories throughout the day. I mean, I'm sure he appreciates it, but you know, there's nothing like seeing stuff like that firsthand, and I get to be the one that does that, and it's such a blessing to me. Today I sat there and I watched my 2-year-old let a toad, a big fat toad, kind of hop right up to him, and it was like 6 inches away from him, and he was just sitting there letting him, I mean, it was just, they were staring each other down. It was the cutest thing. I got to see the chicks. We have 24 chicks that are about 2.5 weeks old. Well, the revolting man put them outside last night for the first time. So I got to see them kind of moseying out of the coop and exploring things for the first time and stuff like that. I love it. I just soak it in. And, you know, just there's days like this where you just love to be alive. You love it. And I wouldn't change this for anything. You know, there's no job in the world you could give me that I wouldn't have as much joy and as much fulfillment as this job. You know, that I was listening to people complain about their jobs the other day. Where was I? I don't know. I can't remember. I'm sure it was around family. We don't have much of social lives, but and they were all kind of making complaints about their jobs, and I was like, I love my job. I really do. I mean, there's some days that it's hard, yes. I mean, I just went through the, you know, last weekend of cleaning up bottle, you know, I mean, there was sickness in our house. I mean, that's hard, but I wouldn't trade it for the world. And the time that I get to spend with these kids is priceless. And the ability to, and I think that it's a win-win situation all the way around, because who else is going to care for your children as much as you are? You know, how can you ship your kids off to school and think that they're going to learn better than you could teach them? And daycare, I mean, like, why? I don't understand that. There's sometimes I hear people say, you know, I don't know how you can do it. I don't know how you could be a stay-at-home mom. I would get bored. Oh, it just breaks my heart. You know, how could you get bored raising your child, bearing children and raising children? I mean, there is no other work that even comes close to being that cool and that important in life. You know, that I don't get it. And so this is getting a little bit long, and I wanted to sort of make this quick and just yeah, I don't know. I didn't have exactly the perfect bullet points that I sometimes try to do, but yeah, I want to go back to that list of what it is to be submissive and what society thinks. Do I feel devalued because I'm a stay-at-home mom who is submissive to my husband? Well, I feel extremely valued. I feel like my role is so important, and my husband puts so much trust in me. And you know, there's no other person that's spending this much time with these children that they are going to be a reflection on me. And so, I hope they're a good reflection, you know. I hope that I'm not screwing up too bad. But no, I mean, that is heavy responsibility. So much so, I mean, I feel incredibly valued. I feel incredibly valued that he puts his trust in me to raise his children, to manage the home, to provide nourishing meals, to manage finances, you know, not to spend all his hard-earned money. You know, that is some high value right there. That is some high value. Do I feel like a second-class citizen? No, I don't. I feel like an honored class citizen. I mean, it's just, there's hard days, yes, and there's hard parts about it, but today I was out here in the sunshine all day enjoying my children, enjoying the weather, and thinking, man, this is the life. You know, this is the life. What else would I want? What else do I need? Do I feel like a second-class citizen because I get to relax in the sun and watch my babies grow and watch the garden grow and, you know, see all these beautiful flowers in bloom? No, I don't feel like a second-class citizen. I feel like a top of the line, first class. I'm so blessed, you know. And do I feel like a slave? Obviously not. I don't feel like a slave. If I was working, I would feel like a slave because, you know, I feel so bad for working women. Now, I know that there are women out there that they have no choice, and that is hard. You know, they either, you know, their husbands are disabled or their husbands aren't in the picture, or I know that there are exceptions, but the women that choose to work and then they have to come home and they have to do double duty. And to me, that's more like being a slave. You know, I mean, you're a slave to your boss at work, and then you come home and you're having to do all your same domestic stuff. And why would you want that? I mean, that's like twice as much work. And you're still being a slave to some corporation or a business. No. Do I feel like a slave? No. Again, I feel treasured. I feel valued by my husband and my family. And then am I abused, or do I feel abused? Again, I would make that same argument for those working women. Brainwashed? Well, obviously, I believe that women are brainwashed in this day and age to believe that they have to work, that they have to go to college, that they have to get a diploma, that they have to have a career, that they have to not want to be mothers, that for some reason there's something, I don't know, unfulfilling about motherhood, that they have to be fulfilled in their careers. That's brainwashing. So, no, I would definitely argue against that. So anyways, there is a submission video coming. I promise. I really do want to do a good job on that video and take some time. But anyways, this has just been about, you know, thanking my husband for the beautiful gift that he has given me and allowing me to stay at home, and how wonderfully blessed I really am. And I hope y'all are just as blessed. And there we are again. Women's Wednesday come and gone. I hope y'all have a beautiful couple of weeks. And hey, let me know how your husband blesses you. Okay? Bye-bye. Have a good day.